guys this morning. Let me see. Hey, Tia. Hey, Peach. Hey, Michael. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Lynn. Good to see you. Let's see. Hey, Beth. Oh, my gosh, you guys. I'm honestly mind blown. With the way that this has went, but it's just too much not to talk about and not to show you guys. And honestly, it's really disappointing. So let's get right into it. I actually posted a video this morning. Hey, Truth to Light. Michael, oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I posted this morning. But I'm just going to pull it up on Instagram. First, here, to have a look at this. This is, look, to Julia's fans and followers, because now Julia has fans. She went from being someone who thought she was a missing child and using a missing child case, and now she has fans. Like, and then I started to feel like, well, I don't want to add to it and talk about this and add to the craziness. And then I thought, no, we should talk about it because this is bullshit. It's complete bullshit. Hey, Lily. The badge thing. Yes, about Fia. A while back, Peach, I did. Yeah, to her fans. Watch this video. This is just so disturbing, y'all. Hold on.
We are so happy and excited. Yes, we have a lot to do and we have a lot to announce. So, however, what you want to tell to your fans and followers?
Never give up and believe in yourself. Dreams come true.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm trying to.
My dreams come.
I was hoping that Instagram would allow me to pause it and zoom in on her eyes because you don't see that mark on her eye at all. But
You always dream will come true when you do not
never give up. Dreams come
you
true.
feel yourself as you can do it.
Yes, definitely.
Awesome. Thank you, Julia. Oh, wow.
Dreams come true. This is your dream come true, and never give up. So what are you doing? Are you admitting that you used the Madeleine McCann case to get famous and to get your dream, to the followers and the money and the flights and the? I mean, I'm really annoyed with this.
True.
Excited.
So excited. This is thank you, Fia.
You're very welcome.
I love you.
Love you more.
No, I love you.
There we go. Let's go.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm sure you are.
Yes, I am.
I'm sure a lot of other people out there who watching you are so excited too. I love it.
Okay.
I love it. You're just too happy right now. Okay, perfect. Our gate is right there. So you're not too far away. Thank you. Love you.
Love you.
I'm sorry, but this is too much. Like any person who thought maybe she could be Madeleine and was trying to be supportive, this is a problem. They straight use this, and Fia too. You know, it's what's she so excited for? I guess to go to the United States is what I'm guessing, but I don't know. Yeah, Alicia, it's very, flight ticket to the UK. Okay, hey S. Hockett, hey Corey. Evil people, in my opinion, allegedly. Hey Sperry Mail too. Hey Spicy Sugar. She isn't famous. She thinks she's got fans and everything. It's quite interesting. All right, now look at this. So let me see. She posts all kinds of stuff that is just quotes and I just want to show you, like, it's almost there. Oh my Lord. The psychologist with all of her psychiatrist, Dr. Fia, with all of her mental health quotes and stuff. I think I screenshot them and sent them, so I didn't even have to do this, but one of the happiest days of my life. Thank you, Fia. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. So what now? Are you going to break out on stage, go on tour? What? Like, I'm so confused and angry. I'll be honest. This really ticks me off. It does. Someone that followed me on Insta that is a TikToker, she's been amazing at keeping updates. Fia is a fraud. The real Madeleine would want to be found. She would not be seeking fans. Exactly. McCann's knows she isn't Madeleine. There you go, April. How can you fly without a passport? So that leads me to this video Peach sent me this morning. I wanted to show you guys. We have some other things as well to look at. But first, let me show you this because her stance on this is.
I'm going to have mental health because look at the state of me.
I like it. I appreciate it.
I'm so drained. Like, I haven't brushed my hair in about a week. But me, Julia, being at the airport, wow. Like, didn't her spokesperson accuse other people of trying to do that? And here she is now doing it, taking it out of the country, away from any support and medical support, away from her family, away from her friends, away from her boyfriend. She's prohibited her from having a phone, from using social media, and now she's taking her to the other side of the world. Outlandish, can't believe it. But I just want to say, all them people who believed that Julia didn't have identification, didn't know who she was, and that she was kidnapped, are you now realising that she's had passport and ID all along? Like, please start having some empathy for her mother, who, like, his name is being dragged through the mud through no fault of her own. Like, you all need to open your eyes up now, come together, stop this vulnerable woman from being exploited, and get justice for Madeleine McCann's name. I'm angry today. After this post today, I'm going to have mental health.
I'm so annoyed. Peach is not a true crime creator, but she does have a channel. And if you guys haven't subscribed, go check her out. She's lovely. Lynn, will you please drop her link for me? And then I was responding to some of your comments. I said the word fans rub me the wrong way too. The birth certificate, you would think so. I'm so sorry, you guys. Hey, Carol. And then Judith, I was going to show you guys an article about that. So we did talk about this the other day, this other girl, Livia Ship. I agree, Spicy Sugar. I'm going to show you what they're saying about that. But that girl went missing in 2011. Hey, Shabanae. I don't know. I never replaced the birth certificate. You got thrown out. So she now thinks she could be another. Yes. Is she going to apologize to the McCanns? No, because she's holding on to that too to continue to get her, whatever. It's very frustrating. Here, let me show you about this other missing girl really quick. And then, that live that we started to watch yesterday, I turned it off because the psychic's voice is so frustrating. It's annoying to listen to. However, this morning I went to finish the live to see what was said. And I think that we might go back to that because she makes claims about what Julia's mom said about Polish police, what the police told her. It's like a big announcement type thing. And we didn't get to the announcement. What the hell is going on with this? It's truly disgusting. Why are they laughing? I know. She thinks she's Livia Shep now. Oh, you're welcome, Peach. Absolutely. Thank you, Lynn, for getting that. Michael, her mother said that she would agree to a DNA test if it was done in like a professional laboratory, not some kind of at-home thing like that. Okay, so this is from UK News. It says Julia Fosnia could be, oh my gosh, another missing girl in Switzerland. DNA test to be done. You can kind of see the mark in her eye there. I don't know. I think I'm wondering if she edited that photo because when you, yeah, it doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't look the same all the time. There's some videos where you don't see it at all. One sec. Okay, sorry, you guys. The kids' school called. Let me see. This kid's school called my dad's phone, which is odd because they didn't call my phone. They haven't called my mom's, and he didn't get to it in time. This girl needs psychological help ASAP. I agree. So when the tests come back negative, who will she be next? Hey, I like your name, but I don't want to pronounce it wrong. Elijah? Hey, Truth to Lighty. April, you can add a horn with Photoshop. Doesn't make her a unicorn. Jaxie, I agree. I do. Did you I wonder, is that Jackson? You changed your name or is it a new person? Okay, says after Julia claimed she was the Portuguese girl who disappeared. Madeleine was not Portuguese, but in Portugal. Now her life takes a new turn, and detectives say she could actually be Livia Shep, a girl who disappeared in Switzerland in 2011. A few weeks ago, Julia went viral when she uploaded to her social network several physical similarities she had with McCann. The young Polish woman claimed she was the missing girl in Portugal. Madeleine's parents came out to deny everything and stuck to the conclusion of the British police that Madeleine died the day she disappeared. When did they come out to deny it? I haven't seen that. Still, Julia took a DNA test, the Sun reported, to find out who she really is. Did she? I mean, I don't believe any of this shit, but it says an online detective group now claims Julia looks more like Livia Shep, a girl who went missing in 2011 with her twin Alessia when they were 6 years old. Fia, a private detective and psychic who worked with police in the United States, is investigating Julia's claims and maintains that the young girl is receptive to the idea she may be another missing child. Remember, I told you guys on the phone with her, it's like she focused more heavily on that than the Madeleine stuff. So this is interesting. It says this is what Fia told the Sun in an interview. Julia is very open to the idea that she may be Livia Shep, and we are investigating this possibility. I spoke to her about this, and she is open to the fact that she could be any missing child, not just Madeleine. Julia just wants to know the truth about who she is, Johansson told the Sun. Johansson claims that Julia felt a strong connection to Madeleine because one of the suspects resembles a man who hurt her as a child. It is important to mention the family of Livia would have approached Julia and she would have agreed to take a DNA sample, reported the Daily Star. Livia Shep looks nothing like this girl, okay? She was a twin. She didn't go missing till 2011. Julia would have been a preteen or a young teenager at that time. She would know if that's who she was. This is the biggest crock of shit. This is two women using true crime, missing kids, and people who care about true crime and missing kids to get famous, and it's bullshit. That's why I think we have to talk about it, because this is wrong. This is dead wrong. You look nothing like Livia Shep. Not only that, you would know, like you would remember if 10, 12 years ago you went missing. You're 21. Some say she's 23. So at that time, you could have been around 10 to 12 years old. You would know if you had a twin sister at 12 years old or 10 years old. You would remember that. Don't give me this. I just cannot believe now another kid's family has to go through this. And how many is it? This is the third family that I know of that she has asked if she could be this missing child. We have that one little girl that she did 6 weeks before Madeleine. I can't remember her name, but I have the screenshots and the information. We've went through it. We have Madeleine and now Livia Shep. That is BS, you guys. It is so wrong, Jenny. Ugh. I can't with Fia and Madeleine's psychic help ASAP before anyone else tries to take advantage of her. Trust no one. Oh, I know, Michael. The Sun and Daily Star are not reputable. I agree. But that's who Fia did the interview with, was the Sun. Hey, Allie, good morning. It is infuriating. And the way that she's treated, Julia's real mom is just disgusting. I saw this morning, too. I thought this was kind of interesting, the way that they put everything together. Look at the side-by-side of Julia in the photo that she has provided and Madeleine. Look at that. That is not the same kid at all. It's such the most ridiculous. I mean, I just don't understand. I get so frustrated. Thank you, Mojo Jojo. Appreciate that. I love your name, Mojo Jojo Juniper. Also, if she thinks she could be anyone, why have the handle I am Madeleine McCann? Well, see, we asked her that, Lynn, whenever she came over here. And you know what she said? She said, well, I put I am Madeleine McCann because I knew that would get people's attention. She basically did it for attention. She knew the psychic needs to be held. Oh, I agree. Jenny says the psychic needs to be held responsible. She is encouraging and it is disgusting. They're both profiting from families hurt, and not just the McCann family. Three at this time. She's clearly troubled and needs inpatient treatment, and this medium lady is such a bottom feeder taking advantage of her. I agree. Oh, thank you, Skittles. Welcome. Oh, you're from England. That's awesome, Mojo Jojo. Okay, so let's just look at this timeline, and then we're going to go to the interview. We looked at some of it yesterday, but at the end, about halfway in, Fia starts to talk about her communication with the police, with the hospital, and with Julia's mom, and I think that we should watch it. It's not something that I think we should miss if you're following this and trying to keep up with everything going on. Now, if the McCanns have spoken out, I have not found that anywhere. Says from Instagram lives to DNA test, a full timeline. This is Julia's Madeleine McCann saga. For 2 weeks, the entire world has been hooked on the story of a 21-year-old Polish girl who thinks she holds the key to the biggest mystery of this generation. She thinks she's Madeleine McCann. Her videos have been viewed tens of millions of times. Police have spoken out, and even the McCann family themselves have been involved. No matter what you think of Julia, her story is captivating, and we've all stopped to listen. From start to finish, here's a full timeline, everything that has happened. Let's look through this just quickly. So February 15th, Julia went on Instagram Live and claimed she was Madeleine McCann. It's loading it. A TikTok. This whole saga started when she launched her Instagram page and went live for the first time. The initial video went viral on February 15th. In it, Julia stated she's 21 but isn't sure of her real identity or age. She claims she has similar spots on her body to Madeleine, who has a spot on her leg, and showed marks on her body that were similar. In the video, she was clearly reading out questions as they came in live, and she was asked when she first started thinking she might have been Madeleine. A few months ago, she said, it was something I heard from my grandma. She went on to try to say she tried to get a copy of her birth certificate, but she could only get told information about herself over the phone. At this point, I Am Madeleine McCann had 15,000 followers. February 16th, the tab reached out to Julia to ask her beliefs. She said she reached out to police. They said they won't be investigating. She said she also talked with Operation Grange, which was set up to look at the case of Madeleine McCann. She said following reaching out to authorities, she was made to believe they would not be looking into her case and it was a closed investigation. She said she talked to her family about it and they just said, my mom didn't want to talk about it. She said the past is in the past. We should focus on the future. And my dad said, even if I am not your father, will it change anything? February 19th, it was reported the McCann family was going to do a DNA test. February 20th, Julia built up her evidence. She was posting, and she had 100,000 followers at this point. She said she doesn't remember most of her childhood, but her earliest memory is very strong. And this is when she said, it was my earliest memory is very strong. It's about holidays in a hot place where there was a beach and white or very light colored buildings with apartments. Okay, Julia, you're trying to say that you remember being in Portugal, right? Fia is a scammer. Real spiritual people don't carry themselves this way. Thank you, Peach. I didn't think so. When you email Operation Grange, you only get an automated message back. They don't speak to you. Interesting. February 21st, she shared proof she's spoken to police. She posted email screenshots between herself and Operation Grange. She said she called them too. On February 22nd, she hit 1 million followers. Her Instagram and email accounts were being managed by Dr. Fia Johansson, who previously claimed Madeleine is alive and living in Germany. Dr. Fia is a psychic medium, actress, and author who's apparently worked with the U.S. police because she believes Madeleine is alive. Now, if you missed the live where we exposed that, we went through and found that many of the things that Fia claimed that she's done, there is no evidence that she's done them. The cases that she claims to have worked on, there was a lady who did a full expose on her. February 22nd, her real parents speak out. They said she's sick and she's setting up a circus. She said her family's called her not normal for giving hope to the McCanns. They branded her a horrible person who doesn't want to know her anymore. She said the message is added, I'm selling the house and none of us will answer the phone if you call for everything you've done and embarrassment you've put me through. February 22nd, a private investigator who worked on Madeleine's case says Julia is not the missing girl. February 24th, all of a sudden, Julia's story changes and she claims, remember this, you guys, she claims that she heard her mom saying, oh, she's been just horribly behaved ever since we took her. She's been so bad. Just when we thought we'd heard all of her evidence, Julia recalled an old conversation. Her rep told the Sun all about it, meaning Julia. February 27th, Julia's real parents shared evidence to prove their daughter is telling lies. It says Julia has these photos because she took them from so they showed the photos. We know about all of that. This is what her family said. We've seen it all and we tried to prevent it. To explain, we've asked her to stop. We always tried to help her get back on her feet. Julia has been of age for several years. She's moved out of the house. Julia once wanted to be a singer, a model. She always wanted to be popular. What's happening now? She got 1 million followers. We're afraid Julia will carry the inevitable. The internet won't forget, and it's obvious that Julia isn't Maddie. February 28th, Polish police dismissed Julia. The provincial police headquarters in Wrocław confirmed the claims have been ruled out, and police in Poland do not think there's any indication Julia could be Madeleine. March 1st, she now claims she could be another missing child, which is Olivia Shep. Look at her. She looks nothing like her. I mean, I just cannot believe that. And not only that, lady, Olivia went missing 10 years ago. Hey, study tips. We should call Fia for a reading. Oh my God, Carol. Hey, crazy mama. Good morning. Julia is very open to the idea she may be Livia Shep, and we are investigating this possibility. I've spoken to her about this, and she is open to the fact she could be any missing child out there, not just Madeleine. Julia has taken a DNA test, and we are investigating if it's possible to check her DNA with that of missing Livia. March 2nd, the account was taken down. So, but they said the whole saga looks pretty much over for now. Oh, no, definitely not. It's just not even close. Okay, so we're gonna go. I want you guys to hear what she said about Julia's mom and this little announcement they did that we accidentally skipped over because her voice is so annoying. Yeah, Jane Doe. She thinks she's someone else now. And they've got posts up of her thanking her fans and her followers and telling them if they just believe in themselves, their dreams will come true like hers have. Because she freaking sees this as her big break. I'm telling you guys. There were 2 other girls that had gone missing that are tied to the Vatican and have gone missing because of the priest in the Vatican. I just want to know if there's any connection with that. Interesting. Julia now remembers being on Fantasy Island. She sees it clearly. The little man, yeah, Amanda. Yeah, Lynn, awesome. Yeah, study tips. If you could email that to me. I think Fia told Julia to take down her Instagram so she could get all the followers. I freaking would not be surprised. It's pretty disgusting the way that Fia has jumped onto this and taken, like, made herself famous with it. It's disgusting. It really is. Hold on one sec. Just want to look at something quickly. Okay. And you know this one, it didn't have sound yesterday when we tried to hear it. It had sound for me. See, look, video has no sound. On my phone it does. But she claims, I'll just read the caption for those of you who missed it. It says, since going online in her search for help, Julia has received countless threats and hate mail. However, today we were alerted of a severe and credible death threat and a price on her head. Police are investigating at this moment. Soon as the money stops opening in for this psychic lady, she will dump Julia. I agree. It is, Corey. It's super. It's not only sad, but you know what? It's not. Okay, I feel bad for Julia at times because, like, in that video of her that we watched at the beginning, you guys just coming in, I will replay it. Actually, it's right here. In this video, she, especially the second one, she is so, like, naive. You can just tell that she's so.
I know that you are so happy and excited.
Yes, my dreams come true.
Excited.
So excited. This is thank you, Pia.
You're very welcome.
I love you.
Love you more.
No, I love you.
There we go. Let's go.
Oh, this is so excited.
I'm sure you are.
Yes, I am.
I'm sure a lot of other people out there who watching you are so excited too. I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
See?
You're just too happy right now.
And here
Okay,
she's going to tell
a
you,
lot.
if you believe in yourself, you too, your dreams will also come true one day, like hers, because her dreams have been to be famous and get attention. It's pretty sick, you know. If your dreams have come true, what were you hoping for? That you were a missing child, that you would be, I don't know, tied to some kind of true crime case. It's
To do, and we have a lot to announce. So, however, what you want to tell to your fans and followers?
Never give up and live in your dreams come true.
Thank you. Always, dream will come true
Yes.
when you do not give up. And when you feel yourself as you can do it.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Awesome. Thank you, Julia. Oh, wow. Beautiful heart. I accept that. Thank
Okay.
you. Have a great bar.
Thank you.
Bye.
You guys, I don't know. I told you, Skittles. It's weird. Thank you, Jane Doe. I doubt what she says about her family and what they allegedly said to her. Me too. I know, Amber. It's gotten just so disgusting. Now, look, get this, Amber, if you just came in, because we talked about it a minute ago. Now, she not only has, used Madeleine's case and disturbed her family. Now they're claiming that they're taking DNA, and she thinks she might be this other girl, Livia Shep, who went missing in 2011. Julia would have been, over 10 years old, or around, at least around 10 years old. So now their family has to deal with this crap too. The interaction between them is weird. I agree. It's very cringy and uncomfortable. It is unbelievable, Amber. I kind of think I do believe she has some mental health problems, but I also believe that she wants to be famous. She's calling it her fans and followers. She had a singing thing before. The weird thing is that Fia's predictions about Madeleine being found were that she was going to become a famous singer. So I don't know. No, Livia doesn't have that in her eye. Nope. Let me show you, because I think it was on here. Yeah. Here's Livia Shep. She was a twin as well. So it's like you know that you're not a twin. You know that 10, 12 years ago, you didn't have a twin. This is some sort of gimmick for this medium. They're acting. This is literally for attention and followers. That's what I'm thinking. No, she has not been in this chat since the interview, Vicky. She actually has not. She probably got yelled at for that because Fia told her not to speak to anyone but her. Yep, Fia sure will. Rachel, she got a passport because she does have a birth certificate. Even though in the beginning she claimed that she didn't. She does. Now she claims that it could not, she doesn't think it's legit. She could have done it all privately. Absolutely. I agree, Steph. Yeah, a message to my found. Oh, I'm so glad you found me too, Mojo Jojo. And I know there's a lot of misinformation. It's a huge problem. I really try to never do that. And if ever we talk about, if something comes out that's not true, then I would have no problem I make sure to let you guys know. Yeah, study tips. Julia came on this channel. She actually came up and did an interview. One day we were live talking about the case, and she came in the chat and she started correcting me and answering some of the questions that I had. And people were like, go on panel. So I dropped the link, and I thought it probably wasn't really her. And she came up, and sure as shit, it was her. It is crazy, Mama. It's disgusting. People are so of Satan. I can't listen to this satanic crap. There's the answer to that. Well, I don't think that Julia really has that mark in her eye. I think she edited it to make it look that way, but because we found photos of her that were taken from a video that we also saw, and you can see her straight on, looking straight at the camera, and they screenshot it, and you don't see the mark at all. Hold on, I'll show you really quick, and then we'll get into their message about her mom, which, you know what, the way they have treated her mother, that is just disgusting as well. But so this is she had a video, I think it was when Fia had first gotten there. Anyways, she looks at the camera, and you get a front glance of her face like this for just a second, and you don't see the mark in her eye. And if she does have one, it's very light. I think the rail's looking into Madeleine's case. Yeah, her private investigator badge isn't properly licensed. She says she's a doctor, but the people that have researched her can only even find evidence of her possibly having a master's. Okay, so let's go to Instagram. Now I'm going to show you this interview. We started to watch it yesterday. They said right before they have a big announcement. Today is a big day for Julia and me. We've been looking into claims made by her family that have been released to the press. Our discoveries are shocking but validating that something is severely wrong. We will release it today live on Instagram. And then they do, I'm not even showing y'all. And then they do it in this video, and we're going to watch the second half to get the news. Hold on one second. Okay, you guys, sorry. Just found out why the school called. Have a master's too, and I claim it's all right lies. Well, don't you know that makes you Dr. Michael Doherty? That's, when you have a master's, you become doctor. The weird thing is, why on the computer can I not make it go?
Okay, hello.
On the computer, you can't fast forward it. So I'm going to let it play for a moment while we talk. And then yes, we'll continue. Let's see. There are lots of sick people on the internet, and people continues to believe and fall for it. I know, Karma. It's so true. But it's like this. What do you do? Because now the story's out there. She's got the followers. She's getting the attention. So if we be quiet about it and just allow them to take advantage of, missing children and their families and the people who follow these cases and become invested, I don't know. Because then I feel like we can't be quiet. That's so wrong. By the way, Bentley got in a freaking fool. This kid hit him first, and apparently he hit him back, and he got in trouble for it. I think she needs to be questioned by the UK police, as you should not be allowed to be so cruel to the McCanns. Oh, wait till you hear how she talks about. Have you heard the way she talks to Julia's mom, Fia? They're so rude and just hateful. And can I claim I'm 1985 Madonna now, but penniless? Well, sure. I think they are both breaking the law one way or another. Well, that's what I wonder. I really hope that there are consequences for this, because there really needs to be. If Julia's parents turn out to be her real parents, she will feel so foolish and used after it all. Oh my God. Unless she knows, because I'm at the point where I'm starting to think maybe she knows. I don't know. I go back and forth. They need to prove she did it with intent, and unfortunately, police should get involved. He's in kindergarten, Steph, and this kid, that's the thing, crazy mama. So this kid hit him first. And I've always told Bentley, if you get hit, then you can hit back. But the school, it doesn't like that. They want you to get the teacher, because that's what the teacher even said. She said, Bentley said, can I defend myself? So what do you do? Because I can't let him get kicked out of school. Impersonation and fraud. I taught mine to never throw the first punch, but hit them back. I was taught growing up, never, don't start a fight, but you better finish it, pretty much. Like, seriously, the first time a girl tried to fight me, I was in middle school, and I was like scared. And my grandpa, he retired from the school that I went to. And yeah, he he knew about it by the time I got home. And that's just the way it was back then. I stood strong on that belief, and my kids did fine. Hey, Johnny, how are you? Both my girls got calls home for hitting a boy, both in grade 2. I know, Michael. It is giving her more airtime, but then again, you have to point out the stuff, you know. Last caught always loses the fight. Good for him. Get him ice cream. I told them the same. Any kid hits you or bullies you, you push them to the ground. My dad said punch him in the nose. Well, I was at the point when that with my grandpa back then, like I was more scared of him than the girl. Like, you know, so I was like, all right, fine. And I ended up liking to fight at a certain point. I was a wild teenager, y'all. Like I fought. I like to get in fights. I fought 2 girls at one time and I didn't lose. I don't know how. We were all drunk as hell. That's probably how. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see if they're close enough to what we want to hear. Jaxie. If they don't do anything, the kids will see them as an easy target. I know. At my daughter's school, they don't break up the fights. The security guards mace the kids. Holy cow. Yeah, that'll make you not want to fight.
Everything that Julia went through. They also said, we do not taking care of any type of missing persons cases in Poland. So there is a law. And if Madeleine McCain, which is the international law case, we do not going to do anything about it or giving any statement to say if she is or she is not, because we do not do any investigation as is stated a law in Poland for missing people. Number one.
Okay, so this is right about where I wanted to start. So she's claiming this is what the Polish police told her. Maddie smelled like mace the other day. I picked her up. She said a fight broke out in the cafeteria. Oh my God. That's scary. Sorry, I like what you're doing, and I hope the real story comes out. I think they'll end up blaming each other to save face. Thank you, Michael, and I appreciate that, and I totally understand and agree with you. I do. That's like kind of where I was at. You're torn because it's like, do you continue to talk about it whenever you're really kind of giving them attention, right? Still negative attention. But then it's like, then what? They're still getting the attention. They have a lot of people feeding into this bullshit. And then no one will have a chance to hear the other side. So I don't know. A bunch of ruffians in the chat. We're wild. Okay.
And then we go for number two. If there is, or if anyone wants that investigation happen in this country,
oh my God,
and they change a lie a little bit or go brown, and behind it is about that the country that Madeleine went missing needed to request and connect with the law enforcement and also people here with DA and other people to make sure that they can open the case again, that they can investigate Julia's family and they can investigate Julia and then get into the DNA test or get into all other evidence. At this moment, police did not have any evidence to show if Julia is a real Julia or is someone that named Madeleine McCain or is related to another family or actually her Cannon family. So the police told us directly, we do not and we did not investigate and did any press conference with anyone and anybody out there. He also come and showed me the fan page. They absolutely be aware about a fan page in UK that is based in UK that tried to copy paste some name of some officers that may actually work around the areas that you may lived in the past. And then also the number that when we tried that number many times, and even the police officers tried the number in front of us, it went out of service. So again, that he said fan pages, they can say and spread a lot of lies. They can continue bring lies and they can copy paste numbers. They're not in Poland, they're in UK. So that's why this news not correct and did not come from us. Again, we asked the guy, is it possible that you gave us any letter, any press release, someone that could kind of come out and talk to another people, another press, another magazines, or another people out there to make sure that we get into the right and correct statement? He said he would love to, and he will try to communicate with the officer who actually, his work is all about press and press conferences.
Bring me a cup.
Vicky, she's inserted herself because it gets her famous. I saw her comment that she left as soon as she saw Julia's account. Botox lip sync ships, Corey. This girl is an attention seeker. When all her fans and followers realize she's only doing all of this to be noticed, she will be nothing but a whistle in the wind. These poor parents of the missing. I totally agree, Frankie baby. And the worst part is, it's not just Madeleine's parents now. That was bad enough. But it's Madeleine's parents, Julia's parents, and that other missing girl that she reached out to before she started the Madeleine account.
But also, he said, I can't promise because at this moment, we do not have any open case related to Julia, or if Julia is Madeleine McCain. And we may not going to want to because, again, we don't want that people going to think about that there is something that we hide or there is something that we keep. Because right now, we don't have and we never had any type of investigation towards any missing person in our country. So, however, for people out there that said that we have been scared after the lies or the statement was a lie and the police didn't say this and that, and that's why we basically, deactivate the Instagram account, that's not correct. I'm actually telling right now with my Instagram that is going to basically share, and a lot of people worldwide could watch it, that it's not anything to do with what you guys thinking. However, what else we did today, which was a very successful
Hey,
day for
Melissa
us,
Jade.
for me, and for Julia. As you guys can see, Julia,
A very successful day for her and Julia. Yeah, okay.
can you come a little bit near? Yes, here we go. So
Oh,
she
she's
looks
all made
amazing.
up.
She's not the same Julia as it was about like maybe a couple days ago. It's because again, she get into the right treatment. She has a right medication. She went. We went through together with the right psychiatrist and the doctor. She actually went through it for the past of couple of years. So today we had a meeting with an amazing doctor, and he said that, Julia, be careful because your mom had a conversation with me before you guys arrived and wanted me to state it something that you are not. And then we asked like what exactly she wanted.
Okay, this is what I wanted you guys to hear. So she is now claiming that the doctor told her that Julia's mom called the doctor's office and tried to convince the doctor to lie for her. Yes. And that the doctor was not going to go along with it. Melissa, yeah, oh my gosh, we're talking about Fia and Julia again because if you've seen, I did like a little pre recorded video of the Instagram clips. They are on their way somewhere on a flight. They're taking DNA tests. They're talking about her possibly being a different missing child. And she's calling her viewers her fans and followers. It's like she now thinks she's a influencer or something like that. And she's with her right now. Yeah. So the doctor said that Julia's mom called and tried to coerce him into lying and bullshit. But we'll continue to listen. But in my opinion, it's BS.
You to state and say, and he was kind of quiet and said, well, she's my patient and I have confidentiality. I would never talk to the mother before Julia gave me any written permission. And if Julia is not even give me a written permission and the mother says that my daughter is crazy and is all over the place and you have to stop her, then she has to go to the court come with a court order and show and prove that the daughter is not capable, which is she can do it because she has been my patient for so many years. Now, however, we got a statement, written statement from that doctor. We basically send it to the translation, or basically wanted to know it in English, that a lot of people, a lot of news, a lot of magazines would love to know about that. What is exactly inside of it? What's the name of the guy? How basically this person went around? So yes, we do have it. I received it about almost like 45 minutes ago in English. And basically, as I said in the past, none of those things that the mom said through
Agree,
that,
71.
I don't know, crazy fan page in UK, she is not. We went also to the hospital yesterday looking to actually her chart, and we basically print every single medical histories of Julia, and we figure it out exactly what's going on and what's happening with actually her health, which when these things started, when the depression started, when the other things started, and what was related. So again, there was absolutely no evidence whatsoever about what the mother stated or said to the press, which I doubted, or to police officers, would 150% doubt it, or basically to that fan page.
How dare you use this girl who's already trying to get attention in a bad way using Madeleine's name and definitely has some mental health issues going on. How dare you use her to grow your following and then treat her mother like shit and shame and lie on her mother? I don't I'm
However, if this fan page collaborating directly to her mother to spread the lies, we have no idea. That's why we can't say I'm sure or not. If that fan page is just working on himself or with themselves or whatever and trying to just made up the stories without even had any conversation with Julia's mother, I had no idea. But the one fact that I have is that the doctor said earlier, before we arrived into the office, the mother tried to call and tried to communicate and convince the doctor to bring some wrong and completely false statement to the mother because she mentioned my daughter's in danger and I need to stop her. That's what I wanted you to tell me, and I want you to help me, and gave me the wrong and a false statement that I can go to the police. Then
Hey
I can go to
Slink.
the police and I can ask police to help me to somehow not arrest him directly, but actually hospitalize my daughter, which is the doctor told me today. She doesn't need any hospital. She's perfectly fine. All she needs is a therapy. Sorry about that. I got cold in Poland. So, however, so far everything looks so good.
Oh my god.
And funny enough that the mother, who really concerned and worried about a daughter, trying to do such a foolish things, calling a professional professor, you know, in that place, and almost telling him that I will convince you, I will make you happy if you gave me what I want.
Well, that's quite a claim,
Well,
Fia.
she couldn't succeed. My idea about or my analyze why she would do such things like that is this. She must follow me on Instagram. She must also follow on her Instagram, which is right now, there is no Instagram at this moment, but of course she would definitely follow mine. And she may saw my lives and all the lives that maybe we did after we come out from the police station by the name that they actually put on that fan page in UK and all other things. So again, I believe that she's scared and she's concerned about the lies that she has spread out. I believe also that she's very concerned that Julia now has a power to continue to get that test or get that case up to the world and again to the country that may and still would love to have be interested to open the case about Madeleine. So, however, at this moment, we are not just saying that we have evidence, we have a written evidence, and we translate it English so people can see it if we want to show to the alleged media. Number two, all she wants at this moment is calmness, peace, and happiness. And she wants to recover all those pain that this mother caused in the past a couple of years. The mother stated that Julia ran away from the house.
Her issue with her mom is really ticking me off, you guys. She's, I don't know, she claims to be the Persian medium, but at this point, I don't believe anything they say. I hope this is
Julia
almost over.
had been kicked out from the house 2021. And because of the stepfather of Julia never wanted her in the house. And the mother always wanted to do something to make sure that Julia get out of the house or be actually or standing in the hospital in some point. Because it was better for Julia to be with doctors and nurses, but not with the mother.
Oh yeah,
As
she
a
kidnapped a child, or illegally adopted one, so that she would to give it away to somebody else. That makes
doctor
so
said
much
today,
sense, Fia.
Julia never needed a hospital. And at this moment, she doesn't need any hospital. All she needs is a therapy, which could be every 2 weeks to talk to the therapist. However, we tried to found a couple of family members and tried to even offer them some benefits of that DNA test if they gave us some DNA test, so we will do something for them.
Oh, that's interesting. Hold on, and we're going to finish listening to that before I let you guys go today. So they found family members and offered to pay them to do DNA test or something. Study tips. That's interesting you say that, because when I was doing my research into Fia, I remember there was something about Iran that did come up. Maybe she's originally from there. I don't remember. Which part, Vicky? What did I say? I'm so sorry. I don't know what I'm supposed to say again. No offense to other, but this woman's into the occult. Why do you say that? That's interesting study tips. She belongs in a mental institution at this point. She's a disgusting human being. And when all her fans realize she's a liar, she'll be forgotten about. Oh, Iran is Persia. Okay. I didn't know that, Tiffany. Thank you. So Frankie Baby and Melissa are making a couple really good points. And I hope there's consequences to this too. And I want to make sure we touch on these points, because the whole reason that I even wanted to continue to talk about it is to point out how wrong this is, and how just to be another voice that's saying, no, this is wrong. That, you shouldn't do this. Think about the hope that, and I think that one of the comments said that, I can't find it now, but it said, basically, these families, they might hear this and get some little bit of hope, or like, just imagine what this is doing to them. And it's not just one, it's not just two. Now we're at least three, and it's disgusting and it's wrong. It's just flat out wrong. And I hope that any other news place that reports on it speaks out and reports on it that way, instead of just reporting on it and making it seem like it's a possibility she could be Madeleine or any of these kids. She looks identical to her mother. I mean, they look identical, absolutely identical. It's another to act and play and want to be famous off the backs of real missing children from real families. Absolutely. About it if I wasn't covering it. It's funny because you know what? It has been like on mainstream media to a point where my parents seen it on the news, and that, they knew some things about it. They were shocked that I was on the phone with her that day. Something about another child. Okay, Vicky. So now they're claiming that she's taken a DNA test to see if she could be missing Livia Shep. I don't know how to say her last name. I'm sorry. But she was a missing child who was a twin. She went missing in 2011. So I don't even know why they're entertaining that. Certainly Julia would remember if 12 years ago she had a twin. But for some reason, they are entertaining it and telling the news outlets that they're doing a DNA test to see if she could be Livia. There's also another kid that she had reached out to, like their Facebook group, like they had a missing a group for awareness, and she reached out to them saying she thought she could be them. And do the side by side and do her hair dark. Oh my gosh, no, I haven't. But I bet you oh my gosh, I can't imagine how much she'd look like her, because she already looks identical to her. They're just picking out whatever missing child case can fit their narrative. Yeah, it's disgusting. I'm trying to let it play a little longer and see what she says here. And then I'm going to let you guys go, because I want to try to do something else tonight, true crime. Because this is true crime, right? It's true crime related, but not really. And I crave that. I want us to, I don't know. Yeah, so hold on. Let's see.
Offered them something with love and blessing. They didn't accept it. They ran away. They have been scared to even continue
Thank you,
to talk
Steph.
to me or talk to us. So to me, as an investigator, it's a very fishy situation. That why they are so scared to talk about the situation. Isn't it, Julia? Because any of them at this moment, beside grandma, grandpa, or any siblings, that would be a lot of third cousins, fourth cousins that could just kind of say, well, you know what, let's just end that pain. Let's just end that situation.
But everyone refused.
But everybody refused. And we tried to call parents. We tried to communicate with parents. They blocked Julia's number. We could not find any. I tried to go to the place that the mother lived, but I couldn't find her there. It sounds like she's scared to go to the job and work, as she knows I am still in Poland. So again, if I'm a real mom and I don't have anything to hide, then why I should not have engaged the simple DNA test?
Because she maybe hides something, and she's not maybe my mother.
Exactly. So, with another good news that we have, which we did, is that we went to the court and we also get the statement of, or the written statement about the judgment and what it was. It was 2018, correct? 2019? 2012. So 2012, she got raped, and there is basically court ordered judgment and everything. So we went there, and
Okay, thank you.
have them, and they are going to send it to us now shortly.
Thank you so much.
Which a lot of people out there that just say that Julia is lying and Julia has never got raped and Julia is just like
okay.
Kind of like making fun of.
Okay, we're going to stop there. I can't, and only take so much of them. We actually started that yesterday, but we couldn't even get to 10 minutes in where they get into this information. So I didn't know it was there until today when I went back and listened to it. I can't believe, I think the mom could definitely probably get them for defamation at this point. The things that Fia has said have been so cruel. She just accused her of trying to get a doctor to lie and fake records and things like that. They're saying, oh, no one in the family is doing it. And you see Fia look at her and she's like, what does that mean? Why wouldn't she take it? Oh, because, and Julia speaks up, she has something to hide. She claimed that she would take it in a real laboratory, but you don't need anyone in your family to do it. Take a damn ancestry test and start there. See if any relatives pop up. Surely to God, someone will. It's frustrating. The Fia lady is the biggest issue. She does need to be held accountable. I agree. There needs to be some kind of movement, like stop the Persian medium, lock her up or something. I don't know, because oh, thank you, Yvette. And Julia's face is clearly unhappy. It is disturbing study tips. It's really frustrating. Thank you, Steph. It's about Tada. Yeah. Okay. Go, Allie. You're funny, you guys. All right. I think I'm going to let you guys go for now. I still have visitors here. They're leaving today. And then I'm going to clean up my house. I have to take the kids over to this shoe store to get Trenton a new pair of Hey Dudes because they're week, you guys. For 3 days, he'll be gone to Washington, D.C. They're staying in a hotel and everything. It's awfully scary. I don't know. I'm not excited, but I have to go get some shoes. And then I'm hoping that tonight we can come on and discuss some true crime stuff. I feel like the Persian medium is taking advantage of this girl and gassing. Oh, Kate, she is 1,000%. Hey, Truth Teller. Good to see you. How are you doing today? Disclaimer, not all mediums are like that. No, they're not. I completely agree. Okay, well, I hope you guys have a lovely day. Thank you for being here and listening to this craziness. I hope that you will join me tonight to talk about some true crime. If you were here yesterday, we talked on, actually, we can end with this because News Nation did a video about it and I've got it right here. And then I'll just cut it off. So I'll say bye to you before we start it. But we talked about this case of this woman who killed 3 of her kids and attempted to kill 2 other ones at a visit with CPS there. And actually, after we talked about it, I saw News Nation put out a video about it. So I wanted to show you guys that. Let me see. Happened in Texas. Yeah, and after this, I'm going to turn it off. So I'll tell you guys, I love you all. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for being here with me. I appreciate you so much. Thank you to my mods. I really appreciate you as well. And yeah, you guys mean the world to me. And okay, well, I'll see you guys later tonight.
This is a terrible story. A Texas mother behind bars for allegedly stabbing 5 of her children. According to reports, 25-year-old Shemaiah Hall has been charged with 3 counts of capital murder for stabbing her kids. The alleged attack took place at the home of a relative who had custody of those children. According to police, 3 of the children were found dead at the home in the town of Italy, Texas on Friday, when Child Protective Services arrived at the home unannounced under suspicion that Hall was having unsupervised visits. 2 other children were wounded in the attack and transported to the hospital. We want to bring in News Nation's law and justice contributor, Jennifer Coffendorfer. Jennifer, thank you for.
Actually, y'all, I can't leave. I have to sit here and pause and say, because of fair use, I'm not going to get struck over playing this at the end, but I will let y'all go when it's over. I love you guys being here and hanging out with me. I really do. I'm telling y'all, YouTube has been a huge blessing in my life. Not only like being able to earn an income to help the kids, support the kids and stuff like that, but just like not even my channel, like just take my channel all the way out of it. Just having something to watch and listen to take my mind off stuff and get through the day, and then being part of this community and making like amazing friendships that I love so much. I love you guys. So it's just been, a huge blessing. Absolutely.
For being here.
Thank you for having me, Tasha.
And Jennifer, this case just heartbreaking. 3 children dead. We know 2 others, a 4-year-old boy, a 13-month-old girl survived but seriously wounded. What is the latest that you're tracking in this case?
Well, first of all, Natasha, reporting on these types of cases, and certainly as a former law enforcement officer working these types of cases, they are just the worst. According to FBI statistics, filicide cases, which is parents who kill their children, it happens about 500 times a year. And that's why I think we continue to hear about these cases on a daily basis. And the one nexus that really is in common is this CPS, Child Protective Service, sort of involvement. And sadly, I don't believe, Natasha, until laws change and policies change, where these children are not put in the custody of relatives where the abuser is present, we're going to continue to see these types of cases.
Look here, we're going to continue to see these cases if something isn't done with CPS. The whole system is screwed. And I'm telling you, almost every case we talk about is a kid who's currently in the system, who's been put back with abusive parents, who is being abused in a foster home. It's so frustrating. Oh, welcome, Vicky. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's beyond frustrating. I cannot. CPS let down again. Absolutely. But you know what? The worker, I believe, actually did save the other 2 kids. But still, there is a problem. It's not going to get better until the U.S. gets it together on mental health help availability. Absolutely. Oh, God, it's awful. And when you start to get into that conversation. Hey, Candy Cane. Yeah, we're wrapping up. We missed you today. Okay.
Yeah, and to that end, it is being reported that Shemaiah Hall, the mother, was previously arrested for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon for stabbing another family member, that her 5 children were placed under the guardianship of another relative by Child Protective Services. Talk about these red flags. How much blame should be placed on the agency for this attack?
Well, I think they are definitely culpable to at least a degree. Look, they knew she was not fit to have these children and certainly should have never had any sort of presence amongst them without supervision. So therefore, things need to change. That supervisory role needs to take place in a hotel room or at CPS offices. They should not be allowed with relatives where, these individuals can see their children alone.
I see. So you do think that CPS
Of Billy Joe and Leilani, because Billy Joe has the kids, but Leilani still had access to them.
could have done more to prevent this from happening in demanding that all visits be supervised?
Absolutely. That's the change that's got to be made. And it's going to be a difficult change because it's going to cost money. It's going to be more difficult for the CPS workers that are actually overseeing these cases. But it's got to happen because at the forefront should be the children and their lives.
Absolutely. Not costing more children's lives. Jennifer Coffendorfer, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for being here.
Thank you,
guys. So that is it.
Thank you for
real now. I'm going to let you go. I love you. Thank you for being here with me. And I'll see you tonight. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.